Welcome to Undisputed. We're live from Los Angeles. I'm Jenny Taft here with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp.
Hi, Jenny. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
We'll never finish the read.
Hi, Jenny. How are you?
So nice of you.
Yeah,
Thanks for
thank
asking.
you.
I'm good.
Thank you.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm wondering what you're doing here.
What do you mean? What
You're
am I doing?
supposed to be in Cleveland with your man LeBron and be front running over what's left of the Cavs.
You got somebody there.
Huh? Yeah, who?
Yeah, Miss Triple Dub.
Oh.
Yeah, she couldn't get out of her. She couldn't get out of her lease early, Jenny.
This could be Miss Quadruple Dub tonight.
Nah, we
Come
don't
on.
know that. How you doing today, Jenny?
I'm great.
You
Thanks
look
for
nice.
asking.
Got on that Tom Ford leather skirt. I got on my home team.
If only everyone else could
Going
see.
straight
Thank
to
you,
the club
Shannon.
after she leave here, Skip.
It's a bit early for that, and I'm not going to the club, Skip.
she is either.
Not today, because we have too much to get to. Like Shannon's guy LeBron, is he really going to dominate tonight when he heads back to Cleveland? We'll discuss that. Plus, Skip, is he going to keep leading the Michigan bandwagon?
Yep.
A lot to get to. Snoop Dogg is also live in studio later. We got a lot to talk to him about.
You improve your stash, right?
Skip.
Yeah.
You're going to have them start drug testing me. We don't even have a policy here yet.
Yeah, we don't even need to do that. All right, don't get any ideas. We're going to start in the NFL. The Rams and Chiefs showed why they're two of the best offenses in the league when they combined for 105 points on Monday. Jerry Jones was asked yesterday if his Cowboys could compete against these high-powered offenses, and he said they could. Jones said his team would play a different style of game, which would rely on their defense because he doesn't see them, quote, airing it out like that. Shannon, is there any truth to this?
No. I believe the teams that Jerry mentioned are a step above the Cowboys. And when Jerry says they will play a style different, that's the only style you know how to play. You can't play a style like the Rams because you don't have the quarterback. You don't have the offensive weaponry that these two teams have. And, you know, just because you say you want to keep the game, and I know what Jerry's saying. Jerry says he wants to keep the game low scoring. But, Skip, what they do, what the Rams and the Chiefs do, and the Saints, and he didn't mention the Saints, but I'm going to throw the Saints in there, is that they put so much, because their offense.
Maybe he didn't miss you because he's got to deal with them in 2 weeks, right? One week from tomorrow.
Right, whether he mentioned them or not.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, Skip. What these teams do is that they put so much pressure on your offense to match them scoring that you take risk that you're not comfortable taking, or you do things that's outside of what you would normally do. Skip, to slow a football team down like Kansas City and the Rams, what do you have to do? You need to be good on third downs. To keep the ball, stay on the field, keep their offenses off the field, but you also have to be really good on third down defensively to get them off the field. The Cowboys on offense are 23rd at third down conversions. On the flip side, hard to imagine. It's hard for me to believe that the Cowboys are 29th in getting teams off the field on third down, but they're second in scoring. Also, offensively, what do your offense need to do, Skip? I believe in order to beat these two teams, you got to get to what? What's the magic number? I believe you got to get to at least 28 points. The Cowboys only one time, Jenny, this year have scored 28 or more points.
Don't tell Jenny, tell me.
I'm looking at you, talking to you. I can talk to Jenny, too. She's up here.
Yeah, because she's just going to say, yeah.
No, she's not.
Not true.
Okay, let me ask you a
Right
question.
down the middle, Skip.
Okay, let me ask you a question. How many times have the Cowboys offense scored more than 28 points, Skip?
Do you have a cold?
No, I'm asking you.
just wondered.
You said ask you.
Kleenex. We need Kleenex.
You said ask you. Okay, Skip, if you don't mind me asking, how many times have the Cowboys offense scored 28 or more points?
Is it my turn to go?
No. You say you want me to talk to you. I'm talking to you. No, it's not your turn.
I'll start when it's my turn.
Okay. The Cowboys have only scored 28 or more points once. That was against Jacksonville. The Rams have only not gotten to that number once. That was against the Broncos. They won that game. The Chiefs have gotten to that number in every game except twice. And they won both of those games. Let this sink in for a second. The Chiefs scored 51 points and turned the ball over 5 times. The Rams scored 54 points and turned the ball over twice. The Cowboys had no turnovers and got 22. The Cowboys had 0 turnovers and got the 22 points. So what am I supposed to... Come on, Skip. I get it, Jerry. Jerry, Skip, I tell you what, Jerry would love to have these type of offenses, now wouldn't he, Skip? See, Jerry like box office. That mundane, pedestrian, you can win some games like the way the Cowboys play, but nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about, oh, did you see how the high-flying Cowboys offense? Everybody's talking about that. If Jerry didn't care about box office, Skip, why the hell did he build a $1.5 billion stadium? Because he likes bonanza. He likes big. He likes people to talk about him. Ain't nobody talking about that offense. Everybody's talking about this. This is the wave of the future. Future.
Really?
Yeah.
In the same radio interview, Jenny just read a portion of it.
Yeah.
He went on and on about how we used to be those two teams with Tony Romo, and that got them where? Huh? And he mentioned that classic shootout with Peyton Manning. Who won that game? Help me out.
You know what?
Yeah.
But what happened? Why did they win?
Because Tony Romo, when you least expected it, threw it to Danny Trevathan and gave Peyton Manning and company a walk-off chip shot field goal.
Skip,
shot.
How many yards did Tony Romo throw for that day?
506. Wasn't that what it was? 506 yards and lost at home at Jerry World.
48.
Yep. Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
48 points and lost 51-48. That's a shootout.
Yeah.
Right?
You like that?
I did not like that. It nearly took 2 more years off my life watching that game.
Dumber when they don't.
It's your turn.
So, usually or often, Jerry just talks a little crazy, talks out of his you-know-what. But in this case, I think Jerry was speaking some truth here. I'm not going to say total truth, but some truth, because this Cowboy team, as it has started to peak and come together, and I told you the other day, it hasn't peaked yet. It has the ingredients, all the right ingredients to upset either the Rams or the Chiefs, or dare I say, the New Orleans Saints. And it's just like I've been telling you since before the season started, that Michigan has all the correct strengths to offset Alabama's strengths and upset Alabama if it comes to that in the playoffs. And we'll see what happens this Saturday. You'll be there at Columbus, Ohio. So the point is that what did we just witness the Dallas Cowboy defense do? Mr. Sharp, back in what used to be your hometown of Atlanta, GA.
Yes.
What happened? Somehow my Cowboy defense held Matt Ryan and Julio Jones and Sanu and Ridley to 1 touchdown on their home carpet, to 1 touchdown in the 4th quarter. It took them until the 4th quarter to score their lone touchdown. Is that good? I'll ask you that question. Thank you. You said it's very good. So what do Dak and Zeke do best when they're at their best? They drive the football the way I think nobody can drive the football. I'm talking about 15 plays, 80 yards, with lots of 3rd down conversions and eating 8 or 9 clock minutes. What was the famous Bill Parcells quote before they played the Buffalo Bills? What was it? What was the name?
K-Gun.
K-Gun offense. When it looked like the Giants would have no shot, he said on the bus leaving the championship game, he said, "We will shorten the game." So if you can shorten the game, you can win games like this, because we saw what happened when Bill Belichick played. He was then the coordinator for Parcells. What did he do to the greatest show on turf in the 2001 season Super Bowl? They were 16-point underdogs, and I don't know how they did it, but they won 20-17 with Tom Brady in his first year as starter, and you have blasted him repeatedly on this show for that game because he threw for a grand total of 145 yards. And I don't know how they did it, but they had 133 yards rushing to the Rams' only 90 yards, and Tom Brady went 16 of 27 through only 1 touchdown pass, but
1 touchdown the entire postseason.
The whole postseason. But in that game, Kurt Warner threw 2 interceptions, and the Rams lost a fumble. So the turnovers were 3-0, and the final score was 20-17. That was a record-setting, high-flying, greatest show on turf.
Yes.
Then if we do the reverse of that story, what happened after Tom Brady's record-setting 2007 season, throwing bomb after bomb to Randy Moss? What happened in that Super Bowl against Eli Manning? I hate to even bring it up. It's a painful memory. But Tom Brady lost 17-14. They had averaged 37 points a game, and they were held to 14 points. Why was that, Mr. Sharp? It was because the Giants can't rush the passer, right?
Oh, okay.
And they were all over Tom Brady all game. They sacked him 5 times. They probably hurried him, I don't know, 15 times in that game. They hit him 6 or 8 more times. And they lost that game 17-14, and they were held to 274 total yards. They averaged 411 for the season. How could that be? How could that be? Well, this is why it can be.
Okay, here's the
correct ingredients to offset.
You know, you said earlier, you started off like Jerry speaking some truth. My grandma used to say, Jenny, there's a little truth even in a lie. You see what happens, Jeannie, when you beat two average football teams? You beat the Atlanta Falcons. Skip, what's their record? You beat the Philadelphia Eagles. What's their record? Now, all of a sudden, you go on national TV or you go on your radio show and you talk, oh, yeah, well, we can beat these teams. Really, Skip Bayless?
Who did you think was going to win those games?
Whoa, time out.
Well, seriously.
Hold on.
I think you thought the Eagles and the Falcons were going to win those games.
But here's the thing. The Falcons also scored 14 points against Cleveland.